Sup witches, this is Nine the Hermit, and today we are continuing the project of connecting with the tarot by coloring the cards in the tarot coloring book and reading about them in two other books. So today we are talking about the Judgment card. So here's my Judgment card on my stand. And I'm gonna show you that I actually colored the card in the tarot coloring book. So here's my Judgment card. So if we go to the tarot coloring book, some of the keywords are major change, personal revelation. It's time to review your life. It's a strong pull towards a purpose or calling, enlightenment, renewal, rise and shine. And now if we go to our book with the symbols, which is, for example, this one that I'm using, The Ultimate Guide to the Rider-Waite Tarot. So here for the Judgment card, it shows you all the symbols and their interpretation, which is to take or not, depending on you. So what I highlighted, so basically it's a reference to the Day of Judgment. The Day of Judgment has arrived, and it talks about the return to paradise on the Day of Judgment. There's 6 people standing up, and it's like they're hearing the call of the angel. The people are colored in sort of like a gray color, so they're not really colored in the real skin color. It's like if they are rising from the dead on this Day of Judgment. So they're naked, and this book says that this is an encouragement to face up to the naked truth. There's also an angel with a trumpet. So the trumpet of the Day of Judgment awakens sleeping energies and brings the dead back to life. The angel, so all 7 figures in the picture, the people, could represent parts of you, including the angel. He stands for your power or motivation, waking up, and of transformation. So the people could be different as different parts of your personality. There's a child, a feminine, a woman, so maybe a feminine part of your personality, a masculine part, and a childlike part. Okay, now if we go to the tarot, to the 78 Degrees of Wisdom by Pollack, stuff that I highlighted that I really like is that, so first of all, the call of the angel, it comes from inside and outside of us. So it's not only from the outside, but we actually hear it inside of us. The cross in the banner indicates a meeting of opposites, a joining of all the things that have been separated, a meeting of 2 kinds of time: the ordinary time we perceive with our senses and by which we live from day to day, and eternity, the spiritual perception of time. This is, I'm reading exactly quoting Pollack from the 78 Degrees of Wisdom. Now if we go to the other stuff that I highlighted, so there is no personal liberation. There's a bunch of people that are kind of rising up in the card. Each human being is part of the human race and therefore responsible for the development of the race as a whole. So if you become liberated, other people with you are becoming liberated as well. And there's a beautiful quote that she wrote at the end of this paragraph. We might recall the Talmudic saying, quoted at the end of the film Schindler's List, if I pronounce it well. He who saves one life, it is as if he has saved the entire world. So now if we talk about some of the meanings of the card from Rachel's Pollack 78 Degrees of Wisdom, whatever else is going on around you, there's a push or a call from within to take some important changes. The important thing is the call. And when we talk about the reversed meanings, there's it indicates that the person wishes to answer the call but does not know what to do, or they might denying the call but because they have some fear or some other issues that get in the way of this call. It also signifies that they kind of object to the call or make excuses. The word judgment implies that the reality of life has changed. The only choice is to follow. So very beautifully described. And I also, from this book, and I also want to point out that because this angel has a trumpet, he's usually referred to as Archangel Gabriel, who's making like an announcement. And that's basically it. Now, next week, we are going to do the world. And this is going to be our last card from the Major Arcana. Wow. See you all next week.